Coca Cola is one of the most recognized companies in the world thanks to its identifiable red label and distinct flavor. But beyond its widespread fame is a tale that has taken a darker turn, particularly in the country of Mexico. In this video, we will look at the complicated relationship between Coca Cola and Mexico, a nation where sugary drinks have become a divisive representation of public health and culture. Although it has long been a popular and common beverage in Mexico, Coca Cola is also at the core of a health catastrophe. Mexico has one of the most per capita Coke intakes globally, and obesity and other health related problems are rising. This leads to the question: is Coca Cola unintentionally fueling Mexico's public health crisis? We challenge you to stay with us until the very end, not just because the story is compelling, but because we don't want you to miss the riveting revelations that await. Mexico records an annual death toll of around 20,000 due to drug-related incidents. However, it might be surprising to learn that the primary cause of mortality in the country is not drugs but sugary beverages, commonly referred to as cola. Each year, a more significant number of individuals succumb to health issues associated with the consumption of these sugary drinks as compared to drug-related fatalities. Mexico is globally recognized for having the highest consumption of sugary beverages with significant health implications. According to a poll the Mexican government carried out in 2018, a sizable fraction of the population routinely drinks soft drinks. The influence of Coca-Cola can be seen in many sectors of Mexican society, including politics, economics, culture, and even religion. For example, previous Mexican leader Vicente Fox was the country's president and CEO. Coca-Cola has even replaced liquor as the preferred beverage in several religious events. The act of burping when drinking Coca-Cola is viewed as a cleansing rite for the inner being by certain people who think it connects them to the spirit world. One feels their spirit is being purified more and more as they burp. In Chiapas State, Mexico, passionate supporters are building a Coca-Cola paradise to display many Coca-Cola boxes. The people of San Cristobal de las Casas in the state of Chiapas have a strong preference for fizzy drinks. Enjoying these beverages on various occasions, whether at a celebratory gathering or a somber memorial service, has become a widespread custom. Even within specific unique settings like Mexican correctional facilities, where inmates are granted access to the on-site store every week. Many individuals in San Cristobal frequently opt for large bottles of Coca-Cola as their primary choice. The people of San Cristobal consume more than 2 liters of soft drinks daily, equivalent to an average of 9 250 milliliter bottles consumed daily. Even young children in Chiapas develop a preference for cola from a very early age. Research findings indicate that a substantial portion of young children consume soft drinks, with 15% of those aged 1 to 2 regularly partaking, and even 3% of infants under 6 months are exposed to these beverages. Consequently, a noteworthy segment of the population faces elevated blood sugar levels, contributing to a significant prevalence in diabetes cases. More than 3,000 people die yearly in Chiapas due to the 30% increase in diabetes-related deaths since 2013. From a true story, the reporter arrived in San Cristobal to a depressing scene. A burial service was being held for someone who had sadly lost their fight with diabetes. Pedro Jimenez was permitted to go to the funeral. He had seen such gloomy moments before as a musician. Surprisingly, he unexpectedly hurried to another burial the next day. During that moment, the departed individual was a young soul who also met their demise due to diabetes. Despite the sorrowful situation, all the guests still opened a bottle of sweet beverages. The severe illness impacts Pedro and the rest of his family. Roberto, Pedro's brother, is battling the most severe ailment, while Pedro has been battling diabetes for about 13 years. Roberto's well-being is seriously compromised, rendering him incapable of carrying out routine tasks. Meanwhile, their mother's blood sugar levels exceeds 3 times of the typical range for an average person. Surprisingly, the entire family persists in their daily consumption of cola. When kids come to the woman's tiny retail shop, they always buy Coca-Cola as their first purchase. Because she only makes little money from offering Coca-Cola, she attempts to keep up with as much as she can because there is such a massive demand for the drink, and she knows that someday they will run out. Widespread consumption of sugary beverages has contributed to a noticeable increase in diabetes and obesity rates. placing added pressure on Mexico's healthcare infrastructure. As a result, individuals without access to medical service often seek alternative remedies from local healers like Maria Lopez. During her rituals, the air becomes infused with the scent of candle smoke as Maria Lopez offers her prayers over bottles of Coca Cola. After the ceremony, she serves a glass of Coca Cola to her patients. Ironically, many of her clients' complications with diabetes are caused by overindulging in sweet drinks like Coca Cola. Maria has also profited from this demand for the carbonated beverage. She tries to sell about 50 bottles of Coke per month from the refrigerator she keeps inside her temple. She passionately disputes any relationship between Coca Cola and diabetes whenever asked about it. In truth, the residents of this quaint community do not disregard their well being. Instead, they find themselves devoid of feasible alternatives. This predicament arises from the town's scarcity of clean water, with Coca Cola being nearly as economical as a source of hydration. One of Mexico's rainiest areas more than 10 years ago, the San Cristobal community struggled with severe economic hardship while possessing abundant water resources. The Coca Cola Corporation was authorized to establish a town facility to boost the local economy. This business created jobs for over 400 individuals and considerably increased revenue for the local government. The government agreed to a water usage deal with Coca Cola to support the company, giving it the right to purchase water below market prices and take in more than 1,300 tons daily. Regional rainfall has significantly decreased over the previous 10 years due to the impacts of global warming, with the amount of precipitation dropping below the average for the entire globe. As a result, the Coca Cola facility has access to the only safe and hygienic water source in the area, enabling daily groundwater extraction. Despite the town's best efforts to address its infrastructure challenges, specific ongoing issues continue to impact the community's well being. Extensive scientific testing conducted by journalists has unveiled the presence of coliform bacteria, including E. coli, surpassing permissible limits even in the upstream regions of the river. As a result, tap water has become unusable due to elevated chlorine concentrations. In some places, there needs to be a cleaner drinking water. On the other hand, water used to be more readily available in some areas than other popular soft beverages like Coca Cola. A 1.5-liter container of bottled water costs significantly more than a 1.5-liter container of Coca Cola. The town has earned the nickname Coca Cola Town for this reason. The Coca Cola Company acknowledges the health risks associated with excessive sugar consumption. The company responded by releasing sugar and reduced sugar Coca Cola varieties. However, the classic sweet and carbonated alternatives remain to be preferred by the Mexican populace. Additionally, the business's attempts to restrict sales to customers under 12 have yet to produce the expected outcomes. It is in light of mounting worries about the rise of diabetes in light of the water shortage. According to the people of San Cristobal, the Coca Cola Company is mostly to blame. Protests have been organized as an outcome of the critical level of public discontent. A group of protesters carrying crosses bearing the words, "Coca Cola is to blame for our deaths," walked towards a manufacturing facility in April 2017 while wearing masks. They wanted to persuade the administration to shut down the factory. Executives from Coca Cola and some experts argue that blaming Coca Cola is unfair regarding the controversy from locals. They believe that the need for more water is a complex problem related to increasing urbanization, inadequate planning of cities, and underinvestment in facilities. Additionally, it is agreed that climate change is a significant element and that the firm has helped the state's economy by about 200 million US dollars. Some community members have tried to counteract Coca Cola's impact, but their efforts have largely been fruitless. The influence of Coca Cola has become deeply rooted in the fabric of this tight-knit community, making it difficult for residents to break away from their strong attachment to this iconic soda. In 2014, the Mexican government sought to tackle this problem by introducing a 10% sugar tax on sugary beverages. Nevertheless, the price hike encouraged individuals to continue their consumption of these beverages. A comprehensive strategy for addressing the issue of water resources is the key to solving it on the most basic level. This would entail prioritizing bettering water management, making major expenditures on infrastructure, and investigating environmentally friendly options. However, it's critical to understand that achieving progress requires time and commitment. Recently, 1.11 billion liters of carbonated cola beverages, including refundable and non refundable containers and bottles, were sold in Mexico in April 2023. Compared to the previous month, this represented a significant improvement. Coca Cola in Mexico is a sobering example of how closely linked a worldwide brand, public safety issues, and sustainability issues are. It emphasizes how crucial it is to tackle these problematic problems together in order to develop long lasting solutions that would benefit everyone involved. Can Mexico find a solution to this urgent public safety and environmental issues while maintaining its distinctive cultural identity? Please share your insights and predictions in the comment section below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you can stay updated with more insightful content.